Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So what I have today is a acrylic nail fill, and this is beginner friendly. I'm going to show you guys how to do a nail fill from start to finish. Okay, so when we do our nail fill, first thing we need to do is remove either our nail polish, gel polish, and rhinestones. So it's your first step is removing whatever you painted on the last time. Now, if you have just nail polish, you can use nail polish remover or acetone, and you can just wipe it off with like a cotton ball or something. But if you're using gel polish, you will have to file it off. If you don't have a nail drill, you can use like a 180 grit file to file off your gel polish, and that'll get it off pretty quick. But what I'm using is a carbide drill bit, and I'm using a fine large barrel one to remove my old gel polish and these little stud things that I put on here. Little bit of lifting on the side here. So also what you want to do, if you notice that you have some nail lifting, you want to remove that nail lifting before you put new acrylic on. So you can do, if you have nail drill, you can do what I'm doing and just kind of take the edge of it and kind of just try to cut out the lift. If you don't have nail drill, you can just use a hand file and just file the lift away. Now after you do all that, file off your polish and remove any lifting. You will use a cuticle bit to remove any dead skin that's on the nail plate. If you don't have a cuticle bit, you can just, like I said, use your nail file. I used to use nail file. I never had a nail drill, and I used to just use a nail file. But I feel like I have longer lasting nails that I have a nail drill. So if you don't have a nail drill, I suggest that you invest in one to have longer lasting nails. That helped me to have longer lasting nails. But now I'm taking a fine sand band and removing the shine, which I kind of already removed the shine, but I'm just taking it an extra step further to make sure if there's any dead skin, I got all that. This is nail dehydrator. You will need a nail dehydrator and a nail primer. We're doing 1 coat of nail dehydrator and 2 coats of primer. Once your primer is dry, then you can start doing your fill. Now, you can just take a small bead of acrylic and put it near the cuticle area and blend it right into the old acrylic. And that's it. That's pretty simple. Try to make sure you don't miss any gaps. If you have any gaps, just go back and add more acrylic to the spaces you missed. If you get any on the skin, wipe it off right away. Don't leave it on the skin, because then your nails will lift, and if they lift too much, they will pop off. So this is how quick it is. We're just doing 1 small bead of acrylic because number 1, these are short nails, so she doesn't need that much. Sorry, I kind of got a little bit out of frame on this nail, but as you guys can see, I think I missed a bit on the edge, so I went back to put a little bit on this side and blend it right into the old acrylic, and that's it. Alright, so now that our acrylic is dry, we're going to take our hand file. When I usually file nails, you can use a 100, 180, whatever nail file you're comfortable with, to just fix your shape. Like if you're changing the shape, it's going to be a little bit harder than this, but if you're keeping the same shape, you just try to crisp it up. Make sure there's no acrylic that ran over on the skin once you moved on to another nail. Just go in and just crispen up your shape, make it look fresh again, just like I'm doing. Okay, so once you're done doing that, you got your shape the way you want it, you're going to take your same fine sanding band and you're just going to go over the top of the nail, make sure it's nice and smooth. You're going to really focus around the cuticle area and make sure it's flush with the natural nail. You don't want like a little ridge or like a big old bulk rising up. You want it to be pretty flush with your natural nail. That way you avoid nail lifting, because when people have like a ridge or something at the cuticle area, they pick at it and then they could just pick it off. But if it's flush and they start picking at it, they really can't get it off. So make sure you go around the cuticle area really good. And I'm just using my fine sanding band for this. Not fine sanding band, but my fine carbide bit to do that. You could get like a tapered bit if you don't feel comfortable like using this bit. You can get like a cone shaped bit and you can just go around the cuticle if you feel more comfortable doing that. But really, you just make sure your nail is nice and even and it's nice and smooth. So now when we're done doing that on all of our nails, we will take a buffer just to buff out any file marks. Sometimes you have some file marks and you just want your nail nice and smooth ultimately. Alright, so after you're done buffing, have your client wash their hands to wash all the dust off. That's what I usually do. I have them go and wash their hands to remove all that dust, and then when they come back, I will do the color. So she picked this color. Now we're gonna paint our nails. You guys can choose whatever color you want. This is what we're doing. And this is a gel polish. I believe it's by OPI. I don't know what the name of it is, but I know it is by OPI. This is not my favorite gel polish. You can tell it's like not pigmented that much. But it ended up looking nice. So what I'm gonna do is paint 2 coats of this on all the nail. We'll do 2 coats and then we'll come back and do our nail art. Alright, so this is the nail art she chose. She actually showed me a picture off of Pinterest for something like this. So I basically just try to copy her picture the best I could. Yeah, so we're going to do this on all 10 nails. We're going to do cuticle, tip, cuticle, tip. So we're going to go back and forth. When I'm doing it on the tip, my hand gets in the way so you can't see it as good what I'm doing. But I'm doing the same thing on all 10 nails. Alright, so I'm done with all the nail art. Now we're just gonna seal it with our top coat. This is definitely not my favorite top coat. I'm definitely looking for another one. But this is all I have right now. And yeah, so we got the cuticle oil. Make sure you put cuticle oil on to hydrate their cuticles after you've dehydrated and dried out their nails and all that jazz. And then take a nice picture. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was easy to understand. And I'll see you guys in my next one.